In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast.
It's good to be back. Thank you for welcoming me.
You're welcome.
It is good to be back, Mason. We
Yes,
haven't got to do. That's a good start.
It is.
A
It's a great
movie
start.
news in a while.
No, we haven't.
And
I'm actually looking forward to it.
A lot
Yeah,
to talk about.
a ton.
Especially after they released the Oscars.
Yes, and I have the full list and lineup for you.
And there is some fucking snubs. People aren't happy.
No. We can jump into this right away.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I'm
we have
not
to talk
happy
about it.
about
No.
this either.
No, I don't know. It's a weird one. The Oscars is already, as we know, falling apart.
Every
They
year.
refuse to hire a host because
Because
no one on
everyone's
earth
offensive.
has
has never made a mistake in their life
and that's
that won't be
yeah.
scrutinized?
Unless
Yeah.
Jesus Christ himself gets resurrected.
comes down the
He'll be the
second
only
coming.
one hosting the fucking
just to
Oscars
host
because
the
there's not a
Oscars.
single person that has not said something insulting
God.
in their past. They
It's
can't
bad.
find anyone.
No, they can't.
Maybe they got to resurrect Mr. Rogers.
Even then, they
Even
dig
he's-
up some dirt on him. Those
done
nasty farts.
Those farts.
Those
and
farts,
We
man.
can't have a
have-
serial farter
you can't.
hosting the Oscars.
No, because I mean it distracts from people trying to give their speeches after receiving the awards.
You want to hear
They're
him on a
gagging.
hot mic
Yeah.
unloading farts, but yeah, there is some there's some controversy about it
There are.
for sure. Should we get right into for one? Not a single woman nominated for Best Director. All men.
Yes, all men.
And everyone was pretty surprised about that from who directed Little Woman?
Greta.
Yeah, Greta Gerwig.
Yes.
People were saying that how did she not get a nomination for it?
Yeah, I thought it was a great film. I mean,
Yeah.
myself, the thing is, like with Best Director, which one of these five would you pull out? Because we've seen all of them but one, but you're going to go see Parasite like in a day or two. But, you got Scorsese for The Irishman. You got Phillips for Joker. You got Mendez for 1917 and Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in
I would have
Hollywood.
added one. Is there? I don't think there's a.
There's probably no rule on
No,
adding
there's
a
not a
sixth.
rule.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they've always adjusted. I think best best picture. I think
Is
that
it
number
9
goes up
this
and down.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you can just add one up there.
Yeah.
Throw a name. Not even that, but the director. I can't remember her name, but the director of Farewell. Farewell was an amazing movie.
Oh,
It
yes,
has like
The
a
Farewell.
98% overall on Rotten Tomatoes. Barely anyone gave that a bad review. She could have been nominated as well. And Honey Boy was directed by a woman also this year. So
Oh, see, I didn't get to see Honey Boy.
yeah, and Honey Boy also got snubbed. Not a single nomination, I don't think either.
Lulu Wang directed The Farewell.
Yeah, she was amazing. And she was just on, I saw a Hollywood Roundtable with her and Martin Scorsese and all the top directors.
Yeah,
in-
and she
of
wasn't
this year.
just she wasn't
an-
just the
yeah.
director; she was a writer as well for
Yeah.
that film. Yeah,
So I thought that was a little weird. But the big news is Netflix came out with the most nominations this year ever.
they did
for
ever.
streaming. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
well because
crazy.
we had last year with Roma.
Yeah, but this year they have The Irishman,
Mm-hmm.
who I think was just under. I think just under 11 nominations. I think 11
Yeah, it
was
was
the
quite a
most this
few.
year.
Yep.
And that was by
Joker had the most.
Joker
this
had the
year.
most 11, I think.
Yes, I think Irishman had 9.
Yeah, but they released Irishman. They released Marriage Story.
Story.
That got a lot of nominations as well. So pretty crazy.
It is. It's
And they
cool.
released The Two Popes.
Oh yeah, Two Popes as well. Yes,
So Netflix.
I've seen
They're not
all
fucking around.
of those. And
Yeah, so
they're
have
all
I.
great films.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Which is pretty surprising because Netflix, at least for us, usually doesn't make the best films.
No, but you know what? I've been saying it on this podcast for the last year. They're really stepping it up.
Oh, yeah.
On their catalog. Like, they really are. They're putting together some really good movies as of late. So I got to give them credit where credit's due.
Let's talk about the biggest snub of all.
And that is Uncut Gems.
Adam Sandler in particular.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about the score earlier too. How you're like, how does that not get nominated?
Yeah, it really should have gotten nominated for Best Original Score. It was one of my favorite scores of this year, and I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
I don't know
Adam
how you
Sandler,
don't
Adam
give that
Sandler,
performance though, because that is a hell of a performance Sandler put on. The Sandman himself.
Yeah, I mean, all the people. Although I haven't seen Pain and Glory from Antonio Banderas, which everyone is saying is amazing.
Yes, I haven't seen that either. You want to know why? For the generic ass title. How many movies have been called Pain and Glory?
Well, Pain and Glory, Pain and Gain.
Right, Pain and Gain. It's just like, it's so redundant, and it's like, it doesn't give you any excitement to go see that movie. Like, who was the person who
Well, it doesn't
came
tell
up
me
with
at all
that?
what it is. I was
Right,
thinking
what it's
Pain and
about.
Glory was
It's
like
too
maybe like
vague.
a war movie or something, but I think he's like a lawyer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, but still, throw him in there. Make it 6 nominations. Who gives a fuck? You're not having a host anymore. You're breaking the '1 rule.
Yeah, and that's very true as well.
So, I mean,
it's also like, yeah, no host. You got more time. Just get through them.
Exactly.
Because someone over the speakers is just going to say the announcements anyway.
Well, it's just actors coming out. They always that's the people who are really the host anyways. Are just the actors that come up and do the this nominated. They're the one. The host is really just there for the monologue at the opening. That's
Right.
all you need. I mean, that's why it's like, how difficult is it to get someone to do that? They need Ricky Gervais in there.
Yes,
They could never have Ricky Gervais at the Oscars. That place would just ignite
it would
in
explode.
flames.
Yes, people's heads would explode.
Yeah, the
roll,
Hollywood
all
Foreign
that.
Press would have just a fucking
field day.
Field day, yeah.
I got to talk about this since we were talking about Adam Sandler earlier. I love the exchange Sandler and Kathy Bates had on Twitter.
Well, he's been having a lot of fun with it.
He has been,
thankfully.
as much fun as you can have by getting snubbed.
Yeah, he did. He did say something about never doing a good movie again. Now he's going to do 5 bad movies to punish us. I
Don't do it. To
I
us.
think he is actually just being serious about that one. I don't think he. But yeah, but go ahead with Kathy.
Yeah. Adam Sandler tweeted, "Bad news: Sandman gets no love from the Academy. Good news: Sandman can stop wearing suits. Congrats to all my friends who got nominated, especially Mama," which is a reference to Waterboy.
Yeah, because Kathy was nominated for Best Supporting Actress
Yes.
for Richard Jewell.
Yep.
This year.
And Kathy Bates tweets back, "I love you, Bobby Boucher." Or
Yeah, you got it.
yeah, Bobby Boucher. Well, she put an R at the end of it. It might have been a typo. You was
she's
robbed.
100 years old.
No, she's not that old.
She's pretty old.
Kathy Bates.
70.
Let's make a bet. I say 68.
I say 70.
70?
Yeah, go on with
Okay.
the. Go on.
But Mama loves you. I learned a new urban slang word for you. You to goat. Not the one we eat at home, son. With a heart, emoji and a goat emoji.
71, bud.
Damn it.
Told you she's up there.
Wow, she is getting up there.
How old do you think? How old do you think Ian McKellen is?
90 something.
He's not.
What?
81. I just looked it up. He's 2 years older than Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart is 79. Have you seen that man?
I have seen that man. Yes.
He looks like he's 50. That man hasn't aged.
He's in great shape too.
Oh yeah.
Like, you
It's
would not
crazy,
expect that.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I just thought of it because the new Picard show's coming out on
I know, I
CBS
saw
streaming
that.
the new Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'd watch it, but it's just on their streaming.
And that's stupid. I'm not going to subscribe to that just for one show.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's what like NBC's Peacock is like really banking on with The Office is that I'm going to pay $10 a month to watch The Office.
Bro, you don't think I have
not
The
doing
Office downloaded somewhere? Then you're a
you're-
fool. I got backups for The Office. I
Right.
mean,
You even got that
if
shit
something's
on
going
DVD.
down, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
If someone dropped a nuke tomorrow, I still got The Office.
Right, your
loaded
number
up.
one possession.
I got
you're
a
pulling out of your
generator. I
house
got
is The
I got it on
Office.
VHS. I got a DVD. I got it on every possible.
I respect it. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's arguably the greatest show of all time. But yeah, I'm glad. Back to Adam Sandler. I'm glad that he's at least having some fun with it.
Yes.
Because he's still going to like all the awards. Because I just saw him. He was at the SAG Awards, which we can talk about that. Did you see? Joaquin had gave a great speech when he won Best Actor for Joker.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the awards.
Oh, you got to watch it. Brad Pitt gave a great speech. He won Best Supporting Actor
for
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, he gave a great speech too.
He did?
Yeah. Oh man, it was hilarious. He talked about he made a joke about how it was a big stretch for him to play a guy who smokes weed all the time and hates his wife. Because that's, I guess, his stereotype in Hollywood is he can never get along with any of his wives. Yeah,
that is true. Yeah.
But it was.
But fun. Jennifer Aniston was there, and they had a nice, cozy meetup with each other. Yeah,
yeah. He was talking about like his Tinder profile and stuff too. It was pretty funny.
Oh, that's
Brad Pitt.
funny. Yeah.
Imagine linking up with Brad Pitt on.
That's so crazy. Like what? Like you have to be. Like, this can't be real. I'm getting catfished.
Yeah, for sure. I would immediately swipe like that.
I swipe left every time.
Yeah.
Like this is not a real person.
They're just gonna steal your social security number. It's not Brad Pitt.
They've got to have like Tinder for celebrities. They have to, and like you have to hit a certain level criteria of hot, like in order to like not waste their time. Because there's no way like those. There's no way Brad Pitt legitimately goes on Tinder.
You're in dangerous territory where you're saying these people are above us to where they should get their own Tinder because they can't even match up with us. There's only like because we just can't understand. Because we can't just fathom being
even in their presence. Yeah.
Once in a while, a celeb comes down from Mount Olympus and marries one of us poor folks.
And then they have halflings, half gods, half
and then they rise those people out of the slums. Just every once in a while, they pick us out of a lottery.
Yes.
What's his name? Prince Harry just married one of us.
Meghan Markle. Yeah, one of us.
She was just a millionaire actress.
Yep,
just one of us.
Just one of the common folk.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah. So yeah, that's all I got for awards. But we're gonna have our where we give.
Yep.
And we don't follow any of this bullshit. We could give it to anyone.
We could. We really could. And we're not paid off by big corporations.
No.
So we'll tell you how it is.
Taylor Swift for me is still in the running for whatever part she fucking played
in Cats. I think
whatever role she had in that murder.
Mrs. Ticklebottoms or something like that.
No, all the names were something like
Rumpadumple,
old
Rumple Kitty. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so we'll do ours and we'll give our best actor, best everything, best score. I like doing that one too.
Yep.
Because I think was The Lighthouse nominated for best score? Because
yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes. No, best cinematography.
Yes, it should have been nominated for best score. I think as well.
Well, it might have. I haven't actually checked.
Best cinematography, though, that makes sense.
Yes.
How could you not give it to that movie?
Well, there's some in the running. I mean, 1917.
That's the only one, in my opinion, that's close. Yeah. The Joker was amazing looking, but it's been done before.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was great looking.
And then The Irishman as well,
which Scorsese has done similar cinematography in all of his fucking gangster films.
And then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
which was beautiful as well.
But I like it for The Lighthouse.
But 1917 and The Lighthouse were
those are
two different movies. Yeah, they're two out of, especially with trying to do the single take. I mean, as best as possible. That's pretty miraculous.
Yeah, best score. There's 5 in this category: Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, and Rise of Skywalker.
Because it was John Williams' last Star Wars.
Hoorah.
So you have to give it to him.
You got to at least put it.
And the score was good.
It was.
The score was amazing, and it's always amazing. Just the movie wasn't, so it kind of hinders the score, unfortunately.
Right.
But all right, let's get out of awards talk.
Right now.
What else? Do you got some more news for me?
Yeah, so there's speculation by a lot of Spider-Man fans and just the public in general. They think Morbius is leading to the Sinister Six, because we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
With how we watched the Morbius trailer, and you brought up something funny.
I don't know if Morbius has ever been in the Sinister Six. I mean, not to say he can't be.
Yeah.
He's a villain, but I'm not sure. He's a vampire.
Right.
It's odd.
No, he is in the Sinister Six.
Is he?
Morbius? Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's been a million different variations of the Sinister Six.
And then there's some pictures that have 9 character or 9 villains, and I'm like, this is supposed to be the Sinister Six. Why are there 9 in this?
There is something else called, I can't remember what the 9. It's something. It's not sinister, but it's like the evil 9 or something. But there's a million different evil teams. But yeah, I mean, who else? There's only been one other villain so far that they've been building up towards, right?
Yep.
Venom.
Correct. Yeah.
But you could have, because the new Venom's coming out, so you could have Cletus Cassidy, Carnage, also in the system.
Well, and that was hinted at with Woody
fucking
Harrelson.
Wild, because I don't know how those guys can team up with, because he's so much more evil than any of those guys.
Well, they also introduced Vulture as well, who's part of the 6.
That's right, in Homecoming. Or in it wasn't Homecoming.
That was Homecoming.
Okay, yeah, which is weird to me because I think of those movies as Marvel movies.
Right.
Which we were just talking about.
We saw the little Morbius, the trailer, and it's
from
like
the studio that brought you.
Yeah.
I bet
don't know
Disney's
about
like,
that, my guy.
yeah.
Disney's like, question mark? What? But I think I really
Kevin
do.
Feige was on his phone like, one more? Yeah,
are we going to let this slide here? What are we going to do? But I really do think they're trying to merge together. I think, Sony's doing the standalone villain films, and they're gonna their paths are gonna cross at some point with the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Well, we know from the big drama that happened not that long ago between Disney and Sony, when Sony said they were pulling all of the Spider-Man stuff and whatnot because they couldn't make a deal, so they kind of made amends. So, but it's still that's what makes it sound weird because Disney and Sony hated each other at that point.
It could have been,
and now for them to be like, "Oh, right now
we're
we're gonna merge the whole fucking." Yeah, it is for sure, But yeah, so they're trying to, which I don't. It's odd to me.
Yeah.
I mean, because are they going to have villains or are they going to have heroes from like the Avengers and what we know go against?
No, I don't think. I think they're just building their own Spider-Man universe right now because think about it.
Well, you have Sinister Six, so you have to have
dead.
another team to go against them. It can't be just Spider-Man.
Yeah. Iron Man's dead. Captain America's gone. It's like it's kind of dispersed now. So Spider-Man can kind of do his own thing for probably the next 5
He's got to get some
10
super
years.
friends, though.
Yeah. Well, but here's the thing. Like, the Eternals are leading off where Marvel's Endgame or Avengers Endgame ended. So, like, the Eternals are coming in. So they're going to do their own shit. And I think they're going to do, like, a standalone 6 to 8 years of just, like, Tom Holland. Because he's so fucking young already. And then just have him be Spider-Man for the next 6 to 8 years.
Hopefully. Well,
and do some cool things with Spider-Man. Because that's, like, Spidey is the biggest character, I think, now that we've lost to Iron Man, for the moment, Captain America. I think Spider-Man's the easiest one for kids to, like, recognize
I can't
love
even
and
think
adore.
of any other hero.
Yeah.
That's how
Especially
unforgettable
in
all
Marvel.
those other. Well, Black Panther was huge, but I don't know if they're ever going to make another Black Panther because Black
They
Panther
are
was
in
so
2022.
That's so because
crazy.
that was so successful. You know, it was one of the biggest ones. You think they would have been? It's
Well, it
Disney.
got nominated for an Oscar as well.
Yeah,
for
which
Best
is
Picture.
Doesn't happen for superhero films, no. But except for Joker. But yeah, it's interesting to me what they're. I mean, they've always talked about merging the two, but it's never happened. It's almost impossible to get those two giant.
I don't know,
fucking
man.
companies.
We might be on that path.
6 to 8 years.
I'm seeing
We'll
it.
see.
I'm seeing it.
We'll see. That would be pretty crazy. But is that all you got for Spider-Man news?
Yeah, that's all I got for right now with Spidey.
This is probably the biggest news for me.
Yes.
Was that Quentin Tarantino announced he will be directing 5 episodes of Bounty Law.
The series in
Yes.
the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie.
Yes.
I'm so excited for
100%
this.
serious adaptation starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Caprio's going to do it?
Starring Leonardo as Rick Dalton playing, what was the name of, Jake Cahill. That was the bad guy he played. Yeah, Leo's up for it.
Dude, that's going to be fun.
5 half-hour episodes of, Yeah, so
cannot
Tarantino's already kind of going back on his 10 films only kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's already dipping his toes, but he's
Well,
never
just so
done
good.
TV.
It's just so much
Yeah.
fun. Every Tarantino film is so much fun. I hope he makes them until he's Scorsese's age.
Oh, so do I.
You know?
So do I.
Like, I don't want him to stop. I'm fine with him going way past that 10 movie.
Well, what I've always heard is he wants to retire and then write a book about filmmaking, which would be probably the
best.
holy grail
Yes.
of. I mean, it will be taught probably in every film class.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people always want is
I'd
a
like
film.
to get my hands on that
Oh yeah,
right away.
absolutely, yeah. A book of filmmaking by him would be it's But anyways, yeah. So 5 episodes. I hope Netflix or someone picks it up or somewhere he can do anything.
And he can have a lot of money, a lot of funds to be able to do it. And that's where Netflix could come into play. But, even Amazon Prime or Hulu, that'd be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Get a lot of money, big money.
Yeah. And he's not. So it's not a show about Leonardo DiCaprio. It's Bounty Law.
Right. It's Bounty Law. No, it's the actual Bounty Law show. It's not like Rick Dalton.
So it's a 100%. So
Jake.
So basically, it's a Western miniseries by Quentin Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Django. I'm hoping it's gonna be like Django, but that'd be fucking
so cool.
amazing.
It would be so cool. And since we're speaking about Tarantino right now too, I actually have news on Tarantino.
Oh, go for it.
He confirms he probably won't end up directing a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, I mean my hopes for it were small. I mean, what percent? There's too much.
You don't like him directing Star Trek?
No, I just knew it was never gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
There's too many people.
Too many strings to pull there.
Yeah, there's too many people controlling the Star Trek franchise
It's too
for
big
allow
of a franchise.
Tarantino to come in and do anything.
He would have no freedom, creative freedom.
No.
And that guy has to have it. He demands it, actually. Because I just watched an interview with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking about the very first day on Django Unchained.
Yeah.
And like how he was trying to play the character cool. And like Tarantino freaked out on him.
yeah.
He's like, he is a slave. And I guess was like yelling at Fox. But he's just like a passionate dude about his films.
People don't like, I mean, a lot of people don't like working with people like that. David Fincher is another one that people don't like working with because he's so, do a million takes, do this, redo it. Because some people just don't like that.
Kubrick was
but
too.
I would love that. I mean, that's the kind of guy I want to work with, the guy that has that clear of vision. He knows exactly what he wants. But yeah.
And I think in a lot of ways can also make it easier for actors because it's so clear-cut and concise. There's not an open-ended, okay, what is my interpretation of this character based on what the director wants to see? No, he'll tell you. On the first take, if he doesn't like it, he's going to, come here. I'm going to take you to a private room and I'm going to yell at your face. And I'm going to say, this is my vision. Stick to this vision.
It's one of those where there's zero improv on a Tarantino set.
No.
It's stick to the script. Like even in a Scorsese film, there'll be some improv with like the seasoned actors, but Tarantino's a guy that knows exactly what he wants. And look what he's done. 9 films that show you that he knows what he's saying. So just listen to the guy.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Look what happened. Fucking Brad's winning awards.
He is.
He'll put you up there. He'll give you some awards. You just got to let him, drive the train. Steer the ship.
Relax and just enjoy the ride.
But here's the quote about the show. This is from Tarantino. This is not about Rick Dalton playing Jake Cahill. Mm-hmm. It's about Jake Cahill. Well, all this came from was I ended up watching a bunch of Wanted, Dead or Alive, or The Rifleman, and Tales of Wells Fargo. These half-hour shows to get in the mindset of Bounty Law, the kind of show Rick was on. So it's 100% real fucking.
Oh yeah, it's a real thing.
And it's gonna be Leonardo as the bad guy.
I love it. I love it.
That scene is so good. I just rewatched Once Upon a Time.
But I thought you meant when he was playing the villain in Django Unchained. And he hits the table and his hand actually starts bleeding.
No, that's good too. But the scene where the little girl is on his lap.
Yes.
And it's just the best scene of all time. The girl, that's the best acting I've ever seen.
Starts crying. She's like, thank you. That girl was so intelligent too. She was so smart, like talking about her character. And
she was way smarter than he was. Yeah. Well,
that's like Next Generation.
Well, it was that thing where like that was the new upcoming actor.
Yes.
Was like where all these old guys, it was just reading lines. Because they could play. They were going from show to show. There were 9 different shows on a day. They were just reading lines.
Well, and TV was so experimental back then where it was like you could get away with that.
Oh, yeah.
The one show that holds
people
up
just want
even
content.
Today, though, back in the 60s and then going into the 70s and stuff, is the Andy Griffith show.
It's pretty good.
That's great. I love it.
It's on all the time.
Yeah, of course it is.
There's a lot of shows that hold up still. From the MASH is really
it's so
good.
crazy
MASH is
to
one of
see
the most
that
famous shows of all time.
It is. Ron Howard was the little boy in that show.
Yeah, what does he play? Like Howdy or something? I can't remember his name.
Something like that.
My mom loves all those boring ass 60s Andy Griffith show that like you would always see in like an old folks home.
Well, I have an aunt that still watches Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, my mom loves
that
Little
show,
House
right?
on the Prairie. And it is the most boring show I've ever watched in my life.
It's literally just them like playing with the dog for 20 minutes and then have like a life lesson about it.
Yeah.
Or like a cougar shows up.
She fell in the well. Or or something. It's all, but the shows are so, I mean, they're just like the most wholesome things. And like, that's not how the prairie was. No. It was horrible. People were dying of dysentery, constantly.
Starvation.
Yeah, people were eating each other. Yeah. It was a horrible, horrible time on the prairie. But then that show, it's just things are looking good.
Always. Plenty of goat's milk to go around.
Oh, you always got goat's milk on the table. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. Who knows, though, with Tarantino, it could fall through. Because, again, one guy comes in and makes him mad. He's out of there. He'll never see him again.
Adios.
You know, he can't be nominated for a... for what is the screen... what's the Writers Guild called? It's just the Writers Guild?
Writers Guild, yeah.
Yeah.
Like SAG-AFTRA? Like part of the union?
Yeah, he can't be nominated for any of those awards because he's not part of the union. Because they didn't give him one writing credit early on in his career when he was he wrote for, it was a pretty famous movie. I can't remember what it was, but they didn't give him, so he's never been in the
You're kidding me.
The writers union. Yeah, so he can't be nominated for any of those awards.
That is so incredible. I never knew he wasn't in the union.
It was before he even directed a film.
Wow, man.
Yeah, That's hates, wild. And I've heard him talk about it before. 20 years ago, he still has the same amount of
anger about it.
He's just a very passionate guy.
Yes, he is.
Very passionate.
One of the most around.
But so he can't be nominated for like half of the awards because he's not part of the union ever. Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is filming July 2020. That was the only other piece. So I'll just throw that in there.
Yeah, and I always thought that was like the end of that series, but they can't end it now. No. I'll keep going with. Do you want me to read off the entire list of DC films?
I'd love to hear it. Let's hear what's coming.
Birds of Prey.
Yep.
We know that.
February.
Wonder Woman.
Yep. July.
Or
June.
Batman. 3 films I really fucking want to see.
This isn't coming out till 21 though.
Yeah, June 25th, 2021.
Yep. But man, that star-studded cast.
Yeah.
It looks promising.
What's crazy is it's coming out before Suicide Squad, which is James Gunn's next movie. He said that he's filming that before he films Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. But Suicide Squad is after Batman, August 6th, which those are coming out within 2 months of each other. That's going to be a good summer.
Very good summer.
Untitled Black Adam movie that's been talked about for the last 8
And this is still starring The Rock, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwayne Johnson to play the Shazam villain Black Adam, and that is coming out.
And this is a standalone Black Adam's film with no Shazam or anything?
No, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Which have they talked about for how long?
I swear I heard this back in 2014.
Yeah.
It feels like it's forever.
Yeah. Which is crazy that The Rock hasn't been in a superhero film yet.
Yeah. But the problem is the guy's so busy. He's doing so much. I mean, every month, I swear, I see a big blockbuster film, and I'm like, okay, The Rock's in it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, Jumanji was really good, the second one.
I haven't seen it yet.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't see it
It was just as good as the first.
I heard it was good, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Black Adam, that's coming out in December. Next one, Shazam 2.
Okay.
So this is what I'm thinking. What if it's something crazy where they come out with a Black Adam film, and then the next Shazam is him as the villain? It's got to be, right?
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
The precursor before...
well, because it comes out, 5 months later?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so that would make perfect sense. You could sell a lot of merchandise before then with Black Adams, with The Rock.
And we both like
Black
Shazam
Adams.
Films, and we got some heat for liking Shazam.
We did on our YouTube channel. Oddly enough, this guy was so pissed off. He left us 2 comments on our YouTube channel because we liked the movie Shazam, and he basically called us idiots and said we didn't know.
We didn't reply to the first comment before he left the second one. So it was the kind of thing we're like, these guys aren't saying shit. I'm getting.
We've got a few of those now where like multi-commenters, without getting a comment back. Yeah, they're very passionate.
This guy legitimately said Batman vs Superman was a masterpiece.
He did,
and called us morons for liking Shazam.
Well, he was talking about Man of Steel too. And it's like, if he actually had listened to our podcast, you've said that Man of Steel is not a bad movie.
No, it's the best, probably before Wonder Woman.
So again.
But this guy he said, how could you not like Wonder Woman and not like Batman vs. Superman? He said they have the same themes.
Yeah.
Batman vs. Superman was the biggest piece of shit.
But and that was the thing,
though.
too, is like we were talking up Wonder Woman the whole time. We're like, how excited we were for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, you guys are idiots for that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What is this guy? What do you mean we're idiots for comparing? Oh, yeah, because we said Shazam and Wonder Woman were our two favorite movies of that year for DC. And that's what it was.
Wonder Woman
is irritated about that.
Is so much better than Batman vs Superman. It's like they're not even
in the same realm.
No,
not even close. It's not even comparable.
No. Oh my god. Anyways, I thought I had to get that off my chest.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But so coming after Shazam 2 is the long-awaited Flash.
And this movie seems like it's been in development.
And Ezra Miller finally got that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They finally confirmed. But what's the best part about it is directed by Andy Muschietti,
right? Who's
directed the It movies, also Mama, which was awesome. A horror director.
I still haven't seen Mama yet.
You should see Mama.
I gotta see Mama.
Jessica
Mama's
Chastain.
the one with Jennifer Lawrence, right?
No, Mama. No.
Or that's
Mother.
No.
Mama is with Jessica Chastain.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
You should watch it. It's amazing.
Check it out. Is it a horror film?
Yeah, he's only done horror films.
Well, not now. Now he's got a superhero film.
I know. So coming after The Flash is Aquaman 2. Starring Jason Momoa and Amber Heard.
Man, Amber Heard. Let's talk. Wow.
I haven't heard that name in a couple months, actually.
Not since the Johnny Depp debacle.
God, is she in prison yet?
Probably. I
No,
mean,
probably not.
No,
she's fucking not.
Of course not.
But, yeah. What we know so far is...
don't date her.
No, don't date her. But, yeah, I mean, Aquaman 2, that's a no-brainer. Aquaman made $1.1 billion.
Yeah.
Get that in the fucking... But not coming out till 2022.
And in December, so really almost 2023.
Yeah.
Which is a ways away.
And after that is the spin-off of Aquaman, The Trench, which is supposed to be...
from all those under
which was,
deep sea people.
Maybe my favorite part in Aquaman.
It was pretty cool.
That was the closest it dipped into horror, which is supposed to be... The Trench is supposed to be a horror film. And it's from James Wan, who's done only horror films. Yes. He did the first Aquaman, but... Yep. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for that.
That'll be cool.
I'm not sure if that's a movie or not. That is way in the future.
Yeah,
there's no announcement at all. Yeah.
It's all TBD.
After that, Batgirl.
Oh, we're finally getting a Batgirl.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. No announcement for it or anything.
This is all still in development. Yeah.
I hope so, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I would like a standalone Robin film. Do an origins of that, and then we can get the actual fucking
Batman and Robin
combo. Team together, the family,
we
the
haven't
Bat
seen
family.
That. Yeah, we haven't seen it.
We get Bat Dog.
I like
Don't forget about him.
Yeah.
The Batcopter, flying that bad boy. So many good things. The Bat Computer. Oh, there's just so many things we've missed in movies.
We have.
But yeah, Batgirl, maybe. And I think one more, which maybe I'm most
Green
excited
Lantern
for.
Corpse.
Yeah. No one wants to touch Green Lantern.
No, but you know what? I think if you do it right, you can do it.
It doesn't seem difficult, honestly. Green Lantern is a great story. There's a ton of good.
They got to do the Stewart Green Corpse, though.
That's the thing. And Tyree Gibson has been campaigning himself for.
I like
John Stewart.
Idris Elba.
I like that too.
I think that would be the perfect one because I think he's the most similar to the cartoon, the Justice League cartoon.
It is close. I'm trying to think of anyone else. John Stewart. Man. Samuel Jackson when he was younger would have been perfect.
Yes, when he was younger. I think he's a little too old now.
Yeah, he'd be a weathered John Stewart for sure. But yeah, that's supposed to be coming out. I don't think Ryan Reynolds is supposed to be reprising his role.
I don't think he will be.
Then we get New Gods, which is probably 2035. That's going to come out. And I don't know too much about that. But this is crazy that they have this much slated. New Gods, Black Hawk.
By Steven Spielberg, too.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That might turn out to be really good.
Yeah, which I don't know a lot about Black Hawk, the hero. I know he's a pilot.
No, neither do I.
I think he's I don't think he has any superhero powers at all besides the ability to fly a plane really well. Untitled Jared Leto Joker movie.
No, that's not real. That's not happening. It's not going to happen.
Untitled Joker Harley Quinn movie.
Okay, that's fine.
Supergirl, Nightwing. I didn't know this article went so long.
Nightwing. I'm excited about that.
Justice League Dark, which is pretty much like all the heroes who fight paranormal. You got John Constantine there. You got that guy.
Well, that looks like Sam Rockwell in the middle.
Oh, Sam Rockwell will make a really good John Constantine.
Yeah.
I've never even thought about that.
Yep.
You know, Keanu Reeves played Constantine. I like that movie a lot. I thought he did a really good job about that.
Well, I have some Keanu Reeves.
Let's get into it. I'm done with that fucking...
So, someone made a fan film.
I hear Keanu, my ears perk up.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's going to perk up more when we talk about the Star Wars Old Republic and the fact that a fan made a fan film about Keanu Reeves playing Darth Revan.
That would be a fucking
That'd
awesome.
be fucking cool. That'd be so cool.
it'd
Knights of
be
the
like,
Old Republic.
it'd be like John Wick, but
But
Jedi,
with
Star Wars.
Jedi. Yeah, and it's like old school lightsaber dueling too. So he'll be like doing flips and stuff and like kicks and
Although,
the
man, he's
choreography
getting
of John
old.
Wick 3. Well, I know, but you can in a movie like that where he's wearing a mask, you can even just have someone else do it too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Darth Revan has the metal mask, which in a lot of ways is resemblance to Kylo Ren's mask.
Yeah.
If you look at it. So
The Sith love mask.
they do.
It's because they're doing a lot of war crimes. You
You
don't
don't
really
wanna
want
show
you don't
your
want some
face.
guys recognizing you at the grocery store. Are you that guy that killed all those younglings?
You're not
Wasn't
necessarily
me.
proud about doing it, but it's it's a job.
Yeah, it is a job, and it puts
gotta pay the bills,
It puts
I guess.
puts blue milk on the table.
It does.
All right, so just a fan film though, huh?
Yeah, fan film,
Means
but
nothing. Yeah,
but people were talking. The internet was kind of exploding.
people are talking. I just heard a funny story about Keanu Reeves told by Tim Allen, the Tool Man himself.
Oh, okay.
Because they did Toy Story together.
And he said something about how he could kill John.
He said they went to he's like oh, well, he was saying this on like Kimmel or something. He's like, because they went to the Wick premiere together, I guess, because they were filming Toy Story at the time. But he's like, I went there. He's like, I would just don't go to the bar, don't go to close spaces, and he's like, I would just wait for him in a field and like shoot him with a rifle long ways away. And he was like joking, and he turned to Keanu Reeves, and Keanu was like, Wick would know you were there. He just walked away. Yeah.
pissed.
And Tim Allen was like, what the fuck? Yeah, he looked.
I
He
was
was like,
joking, dude.
He's like, that guy's actually John Wick. He's like, he dresses exactly like him. He's got the beard and everything. He's like, that guy might be John Wick. But I thought it was hilarious.
Keanu's probably really quiet too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's probably real awkward for him to go to those premieres. I've got a feeling he's a guy that probably doesn't like seeing himself on the screen.
Yeah,
But, yeah, we always got Keanu Reeves news.
we do.
Anything else on the boy?
No, that was it.
Okay.
I really think that's it. But just had to bring that up.
Yeah.
Because, man, that would be cool.
Him in a Star Wars film, I mean, it would solidify him as
The greatest.
the next coming. I mean,
Taika Waititi confirms when Thor: Love and Thunder will begin filming. He's in the process. He just finished shooting a sports film with Michael Fassbender, but he starts shooting in August for Thor: Love and Thunder.
wow, a sports film. Michael Fassbender's might be
Fassbender.
the more surprising. A biopic or something, I'm guessing?
Yeah, he didn't say too much on that film because this was an interview more specifically about like Thor and Love and Thunder, but that was it. He just said he just wrapped up a film,
Wow,
sports film.
that's awesome.
Next Goal Wins is what it's called.
Must be soccer or something.
Yes.
It's got to be. What do they play in New
Yeah,
Zealand?
Michael Fassbender on top of that. Yeah.
yeah, I think he's
Definitely
big.
soccer.
Yeah.
It's not football. It's not rugby.
No, it can't be. He's pretty skinny, but that's pretty crazy. Good, get that going. Thor: Love and Thunder is going to be amazing.
I know. I'm so excited for it.
It might be my
cannot
most
wait.
anticipated superhero film. It's not even started filming yet. But yeah, that's awesome.
Did you see the awards too? Martin Scorsese is making another movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro.
Yeah, it was based on a book.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, based on a 1920s tribe that had a lot of the Osage Native Americans tribe in Oklahoma in the 1920s. The people were the legal owners of land in which a rich oil deposit was discovered, but a conflict arose between the Native Americans and others who wanted the wealth that came from the oil, leading to at least 20 murders of members of the tribe. The investigation of the murders was a major case for the relatively newly formed FBI. So that's kind of the premise of the film.
Wow. That's good. I like Martin Scorsese's nonfiction films maybe just as much as his gangster films. Did you ever see Silence?
Silence. I don't think
That's the one with where the preachers go to Japan and they get like taken captive and whatnot. It's maybe the best movie about religion.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's pretty good. It's long.
You know, it's funny. My granny wanted to watch this movie with me, and I never got around to watching it with her.
It's maybe the best movie on religion I've ever seen. It's great. You have to watch it.
Oh yeah, it's got Adam Driver.
Yeah, it's got
Liam Neeson.
It's got the bad Spider-Man.
the very what's his name?
I don't know. Are you on it?
No.
He's in everything. I can't remember.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. He was dating Emma Stone. I think they're still dating.
Wow, good on him.
Oh yeah, man. Guy slings dick. But this was pretty big news. Disney dropping Fox from the rebranding.
From the titles.
So dropping it from Fox Searchlight Pictures and dropping it from Fox 20th Century.
Yeah, so now it'll just be Searchlight Pictures and 20th Century Pictures.
Which
okay.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually glad they're keeping the 20th Century, you know, the
logo and stuff.
Yeah, that intro. That's nostalgia.
It's one of the best of all time.
Oh, it is. When you hear that.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. That was kind of thing I was disappointed about not because in this Star Wars, because 20th Century Fox produced the other Star Wars films, so that was always the opening for Star Wars films. I was kind of missed it for the Disney ones. We never got it. Kind of shitty, but yeah. So, but I'm glad that at least they're keeping those studios together at least, because Fox Searchlight was like their like indie branch of their production. So I'm glad Disney's keeping that. I'm glad they're keeping 20th Century Fox too.
Yeah.
Why not update it? We're in the 21st century at this point. Throw one up there. 21st century.
Yeah.
Sounds better.
Get with the times.
We're not. It's not 1999.
Wrong century. Wrong time.
I'm not. Yeah.
Hey, did you see Robert Downey Jr. on Rogan's podcast? You get a chance to listen to that?
I listened to portions of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people weren't impressed by it.
Why?
They just thought Robert Downey Jr. To me, Robert Downey Jr. at this point, he's so afraid to talk about anything that will make him look bad because of Disney and shit.
Oh, I disagree with that. He started talking about blackface with Tropic Thunder and stuff. He talked about that, which is super controversial.
Yeah, it's not controversial to talk about now for him to talk about. He didn't talk about.
Well, it is when like people can bring it up from the past at any time. You know, it's like Kevin Hart's tweets from 10 years ago. People can go back to 2006 and be like, "Hey, how dare you do that film?"
No one.
Even though it was
no one cared that much when Robert Downey Jr. did that. Surprisingly,
they were the outrage, which
I remember when it came out, and it was surprisingly not that much for him to do. I mean, that was a crazy role for him to take. But yeah.
But the movie was perfect. It was hilarious. It hit every beat.
Great film.
It was exactly what it was supposed to be.
But yeah.
And the outrage came more from Ben Stiller's Simple Jack.
Yeah.
And his interpretation of mentally
yeah, which I could see.
Yeah.
I definitely see people being outraged, but that was also a very funny scene.
It was super funny.
That movie was so good, man. That movie came out,
great.
I think the same week or close to the same week of Step Brothers. And I saw both those movies in theaters back to back. And those were two of my favorite comedies of all time.
And it's so underrated. Tropic Thunder is one of the most underrated and least talked about films I've ever come across in my life.
It's got everyone in it. Matthew McConaughey.
Yes. It's got Tom Cruise in an iconic scene.
And one of my favorite, yeah.
It's hilarious. You've never seen Tom Cruise
like that. What was his name?
like that.
Gross something? I can't remember.
Yeah, Grossman or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was really.
He starts yelling in the phone like how he's gonna kill him, and it's just great.
You know, that movie can't be made these days because you can never get those big of stars together. I don't think to make a film like that.
Of course,
that was kind of but all those guys were at their height almost. Maybe not maybe not Robert Downey Jr., but Ben Stiller, Jack Black, they were at their almost peak probably to make that movie. And Robert Downey Jr. obviously he was
Iron Man. At that point,
exactly.
he had signed on for Iron Man.
That was his big fucking comeback,
And all of it could have been ruined back then.
Yeah.
Had people taken that the wrong way or whatever, had the film not come across in the right
They
way.
did it very well, though. How they did it, it was
because it's literally
and
a
how he's
story
staying
about
character the entire time. That made it. They made it perfect for me.
Yeah, this in Robert Downey Jr. talks about intention a lot in that podcast. But it's literally about, like, the story's about a bunch of self-involved, egotistical maniacs ending up saving the day and being the hero.
Well, he was almost a direct satire of the method acting and what's his name?
Well, that's what I mean by, like, so full of yourself that you think you can do that. Like,
Yeah,
as
exactly.
The character thought he could do that, and
He
not
was
think
supposed to be a
about how,
satire
like,
of what's the guy's
is.
name from Gangs of New York?
Oh yes, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, that's what he was supposed to be satirizing. Because Daniel Day-Lewis is also English or British or whatever, but yeah, he was a satire.
Yeah, like
because remember he didn't go out of character. He's like, I don't get out of character to the DVD commentary.
It's so funny. The DVD commentary,
and then it's the best. Like we should review Chopper Thunder.
We have
but
to.
it's like the
It's
best.
one of those films I
It's like
can't
the
believe we
best
haven't.
makeup of all time. Because remember he went to surgery for it. But at the very end, it starts rubbing off of the very last scene. His blue eyes. Yeah, it was.
Oh man!
And again, it wasn't. I mean, he wasn't doing blackface
No.
To be great, he was doing it as just a satire.
Right, because like the character actually believed in like the cause of like method acting and stuff. Like that's what it was. He's just so
he thought he
self-involved.
had to be.
Yeah.
And it was making fun of also like directors who like, because there's always been directors who will try to hire fucking white people to play black characters. Like, did you hear the story of I can't remember who they tried to hire a really famous white actress to play Harriet Tubman, a producer.
Yes, you're right.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did see that. I can't remember what
and
actress that was.
everyone was like, what do you mean? And this very high up executive was like, it's been so long, no one will even know the difference or something like that.
Which is that's so ridiculous to say.
Harriet Tubman, I know. She was a slave for one.
Julia Roberts. That's
Julia
who
Roberts,
it was.
yeah.
Yes.
And Julia Roberts was like, no, I can't do that.
Immediately, she's like, is this April Fool's? What day is it? I'm not paying attention.
And they said they're like hounding her for it to like do it. And this was like the 90s. That's crazy to me. That you could be that far disconnected. Like people think it's so far off, but I mean, that just happened, bro. People have been trying to get that.
We're talking 2 generations ago, man. That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, 2 decades ago was the 90s.
Well, yeah, the 90s. But I mean, like Harriet Tubman. Like people aren't going to forget that.
And she was
history.
Yeah,
the Underground
you think Harriet
Railroads and
Tubman,
everything
you think
else.
Slavery. When you think like a white woman fucking with red
That's
hair.
not thousands of years ago. That's 140. You know.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious, though. That was a funny story. But that just shows you how really disconnected these people in Hollywood really are.
Yeah.
To think that would be fine. To think people wouldn't know. Think no one would. This guy thought no one would question that.
No.
Harriet Tubman, sure.
I
I wasn't there. I don't remember
We'll
what you
roll
look
with
like. Yeah. But I thought that was funny, though. All right, I got to talk about this. Speaking of Robert Downey Jr., we've had our first blockbuster bust of the year.
And this is quite the bust because last time I checked, a whole like 20 days. Not even that. I think 15 or 13.
They are saying this movie is going to lose a lot. And from the first trailer of this fucking film, I said that movie's going to bomb.
Yeah.
That was
I saw
horrible
it too.
CGI. I said, that is going to fucking bomb. And why do we keep remaking fucking Dr. Dolittle?
I don't know.
Eddie Murphy perfected it.
He
all
did.
right? It wasn't that great of a
Murphy
film. It
did.
wasn't that great of a film when it came out. And I don't know why we have to keep remaking this. But do you know the numbers on it?
Yeah, 17% last time I checked.
Do you know how much
box
it's
office?
going to lose?
No, I don't. What's the estimation?
I don't know yet. I mean,
Probably not good.
No, I have no idea. But I love this. I love this article. It literally just says Doolittle. Well, better than Cats. That's the only.
No. Oh, better than Cats. Okay, I was gonna say. I would hope so.
Yeah. No, not.
Oh, it's now at a 19. It's moved up 2.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what? It's moving up in the world, man. So let's see. Budget here.
Oh my.
The budget was Oh yeah, $175 million.
And they made 57, which I'm surprised they made 50.
And we're talking about a budget before advertising. So they probably spent another $75 to $100 million on advertising. So they might be in the hole up to $200 million.
I think the article said they're going to lose, they're predicted to lose around $150 million.
Goodness gracious. What? Who, again,
Who
greenlights this?
Universal.
Oh, dude, they're bombing like crazy. Cats and now this. That's $300 million they lost. I don't understand.
I do not want Universal to go under, but they.
Neither do I, because they just did.
It's not the days when
1917.
it's not the days of when Spielberg was there on the lot every day, telling people what to do. Because this is a long. I don't know who's running the fucking show down there.
CEO, someone needs to be fired from that, because it's like, how do you have two bombs
back
like this?
to back, biggest bombs of the year,
$100 million losses at least each film. That's crazy.
Someone's got to be.
It's inexcusable.
They got to send someone to the guillotine for that.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Universal, come on. Used to be the powerhouse of filmmaking.
Well, and here's the thing. You get a movie like 1917 that's just amazing. Why not look for those movies? Why are we always trying to like do remake things like Cats or Doolittle? Stick to movies that are going to actually draw something out of your audience.
Or even to go on the opposite spectrum of that, Universal made Queen and Slim last year.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me.
Like, you can have someone greenlight that and then have the same company greenlight fucking Doolittle. Like, there's someone making good decisions. And there's someone obviously making bad decisions. And you got to switch those guys around. I mean, you got to make, this guy's got to be making the big decisions. Mm-hmm. The guy making the indies. Because that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, this is inexcusable.
I'm just guessing they're making so much money from that fucking theme park that.
Oh, yeah, dude. Because Universal Studios is a lot of fun. I always enjoy it. It's actually like my top 2 favorite. When I go to California, I love it. But they do a good job there.
But the main reason I love it is because it's steeped in history of making all those great films. 20 years from now, if they're coming out with 5 more fucking Doolittles, I'm not sure how great it's going to be going down there for that, but that's crazy to me. I did not know it was Universal. The negative reviews for it, I gave one, said too long and lifeless.
Wow, okay. That's not a good review.
No.
And
why the fuck would you make a Doolittle movie too long? What's the runtime on this?
Oh, I have no idea. 102 minutes. Hour and 42 minutes.
Yep, too long. I agree.
And that's not even that long either.
No.
Like, normally those movies nowadays hit 2 hours.
Disney films are right around an hour and a half. They like to keep it tight, but
unless it's Lion King.
Unless it's Lion King.
And we'll add 15 minutes of shit that we didn't need to add.
Yeah, exactly.
And then make it a shot-for-shot remake.
Mason, you'll be fucking pumped about this.
What?
Because Billy's fucking Eyefish is officially performing the No Time to Die theme song for the next James Bond film.
Yeah, I already knew about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe other people listening didn't know about it. That's why I'm revealing.
I thought you were breaking the news to me. I was like, yeah, well, that's a good point.
I mean, it came out like a week ago.
Or maybe it was a different song that we did like a trailer reaction, and I was like, oh, that's Billie Eilish.
Yeah, that was for Maud. That was just one of her songs.
Yeah, that's right.
She's performing and writing the song for No Time.
Oh, she's writing this song.
Yeah, because in every James Bond song, they have a theme song.
I mean, I like Eilish as an artist, but it's like, that's kind of weird. That's a weird one for me. James Bond?
They've been big fucking hits, though. Adele did Skyfall, and Sam Smith did Spectre, and both of those sold a ton. And both of those were really great songs, so hopefully... Well, it's a big deal to have the James Bond song. Oh,
yeah, totally. And I'm not saying, like, she's not capable of doing it. It's just, it's a weird, like, it's a weird artist decision with a James Bond franchise.
It's a weird for the company.
Yeah.
To say, because even Adele and Sam Smith, they're almost classical in a sense.
Exactly.
But Billie is more pop, for sure.
She is more pop, and more...
14-year-old depression, which is not a real James Bond theme.
It's not a real upper for the No Time to Die, you know?
Oh, well, though, I mean, they're almost always good, so let's...
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna... She very well... She could pull it off.
And I'm looking...
I don't know until I hear it.
Yeah, we don't know. And they've been good, though, so I'm not the biggest Billie Eilish
fan. And not only that,
but
she's like 15, 16 years old. She's super talented.
She's 18. She's just turned 18.
Okay, whatever. Well, but at the time, like when she was a young artist, she's like was like 15, 16, making really good music.
Yeah, when she had fucking producers writing music for her. But
well, it was her brother.
She's
they
popular,
were writing together.
no doubt. Yeah, but both her mom and dad were musicians or in the.
Oh well, that makes sense.
They were both producers. I'm pretty sure.
Oh jeez, are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't
She's
know
not.
that.
I mean, she's not so much homegrown. She was built into the business.
Oh, okay.
She's as much as. Like, if you're just going to pick a kid and I'm like, this kid's famous, just put him in the role, right? She's like that. But
You wonder how that gets chosen. Is that like at like some sacrament, like some like
yeah, for sure.
some weird Illuminati like meeting?
Yeah, it's probably like
It's like, hail child. You hold up the child like over the pentagram.
yeah, and then
or
they
something.
impregnate
Like, what is it?
just
It's
some
creepy.
lady they
It's a
picked
little
up, some
weird, yeah.
drifter, and they
Some drifter, and then they dispose of the
dispose of
body.
her and the golden child, and be
Yeah.
like, this kid is gonna because why wouldn't they do that? And
Yeah.
then I'll just reap the benefits of that kid. That is how Hollywood works.
I
Most of the time.
wonder
Yeah.
sometimes. I'm like, man, dude, because that's just like it's
Well,
so
no,
weird
that's-
because
that-
these people come out of nowhere.
That's how it works a lot of time. I mean, especially like in the old days when Disney would pick like a child star. Because they'd pick a child star and then like make him sign a 30 film contract.
Well, not only that, but it was like,
Yeah.
well, you cannot do this, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say this in public. You cannot cuss. You cannot.
Yeah,
like,
and
there's
so
many
they're
stipulations behind it.
100% a product, not as much as a child anymore. Just a product of a bunch of fucking people. But yeah, she's doing the song though. Could be big. I'm very excited for the last James Bond film.
I want to get your. Yeah, so am I, by the way, because this is Bond 25.
Last one, Daniel Craig.
Craig, yeah. Which I just talked about Green Lantern, but I'm really upset that they're not going with Idris Elba for the next Bond. I think that's a perfect.
Yeah, well maybe they saw Cats.
Good point. Maybe they're
Maybe
like, you know
anyone
what, we
saw
gotta
Cats and we're like, we can't give this guy
we
work
can't do
anymore
this. No.
because he ruined the entire industry for a lot of people.
It was brutal. I want to ask you about this though. Do you think Marvel is afraid to make Doctor Strange in the multi-universe of madness a horror film?
Well, you're going to ask me that, but I know. Yes. I know the answer is yes. Because they said, well, yeah, that's kind of big news. The director just backed out.
Yes.
And I can't remember the director's name, but he's only
Scott
done
Derrickson.
He's only done horror films. And they said, because remember when Disney came out and said this was going to be a horror film. Mm-hmm. They came out and said that, and then they fucking backed it down like everyone knew they would because they're spineless fucking cowards. Don't want to risk anything. Yeah, no, it won't be a straight up horror film now. And that would have been an amazing film to watch.
Absolutely.
It'd be a mind fuck and a half.
It would have been awesome.
It would have been like that scene in Doctor Strange where he's flying through space, but just 2 hours of that shit. You wouldn't know what you're seeing. That would have been really cool, but I have fear now.
Yeah, it's too bad too.
They're gonna get Ron Howard in there.
Yeah, you're right. Just Mr. Yes Man. He's a yes man. He's a good filmmaker, but also
He's
yes
good
man.
when he's doing his own shit, not when someone's telling him what to fucking do.
But I mean, can you blame the man? They're probably paying him 20, 40 million.
I can still call him a sellout
I guess you
because
can.
it's the definition of a sellout.
It's pretty harsh. Yeah, I guess.
Did you see this short film that the Safdies came out with Adam Sandler?
No, I haven't seen that.
Odd for sure.
Very odd
6 minutes 41 seconds.
Okay.
I'd watch it though. He plays one of those gold man guys, the
Yeah, the people
statue
who
guys.
paint
Yeah.
themselves and like stand
And
at
he just
attention
starts-
and scare people.
And the other guy, Silver Man, is Benny Safdie. He plays
Oh,
him.
really? Yeah.
and they just get in a fight in like the middle of Times Square. The entire movie. That's it. 6 minutes. You have that.
Okay.
It's artsy.
We could almost do a reaction to that. Watch it live.
Yeah, we could. It's only 6 minutes, but I got some more. 5 days ago, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker hits 1 billion globally.
Yep. That was something I was going to bring up. Of course, we knew Star Wars, no matter what, would hit 1 bill. But it feels, kind of lackluster. And it feels like it took some time to get there.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's behind.
Yeah.
Any of the other ones.
Well, and that's
And you
the
know
thing,
they're
too.
not playing in China. China
Did you also know?
hates Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, not fans. And you also know that this is the lowest rated movie in Star Wars Skywalker Saga history.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst. It got the worst cinema score of all time, which was like
52%
oh, yeah.
for Rotten Tomatoes. Sorry, not cinema, but
No,
Rotten
yeah,
Tomatoes.
the cinema score, that's every Star Wars has gotten an A cinema score. Because have you ever been to the movie on a premiere night and you go out and they'll have that kiosk set up and they're like, we want you to do a couple. That's a cinema score. So it's only gauging the people that go see it on opening night. So they're always the biggest fans. Mm-hmm. So for it to not to get an A on that for all Star Wars fans to go and see, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And kind of related to that, The Grudge that came out got the worst cinema score ever. Got an F.
Oh, that was barbarically bad.
It was
what I heard. They did not need to remake it.
So that's people that went to see it opening night, obviously fans of The Grudge, and they turned around and gave it an F. People that are biased.
Oh man, how irritating.
Yeah, that was another bomb we didn't really get to, but which was weird. I didn't know if that one was going to be good or not. Because it's from the producer of Crawl.
Yeah.
And Crawl.
Crawl, which the
still haven't
biggest,
seen.
Yeah, still neither have I. I almost feel too bad to watch it. I almost feel guilty. I'm like, I shouldn't watch this film. I talk so much shit.
I need to, though. If it's as good as people say, I actually need to see it.
And it's a crisp, 1 hour and 28 minutes, too. It's very short.
Perfect for a horror film.
Yeah. Well, it's a
perfect for a horror film about crocodiles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or alligators, whatever the fuck.
I want to bring something else up. Talking about TD is in talks to direct a Star Wars film. Wow. Whoa. What do you think?
I think
what
it'd be perfect.
Think? I love it.
I think the comedy works really well. Star Wars has kind of always been that kind of dry comedy, I guess.
Exactly. Which is his kind of up his alley. You watch
because it's always been directed by
Ragnarok.
British people, and it's British, New Zealand, Australia. It's very similar.
It is.
But I think. But is he gonna want to do it? That's the big thing.
Well, yeah, because he also brought up a year ago, and this is another article that he'd get fired if he tried to make a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where
he's already in with Disney, so it's like it's an easy
But are they
transition.
going to give him the artistic freedom that he wants?
Not why Kathleen Kennedy is in charge.
Yeah, no shit.
Not right. She's up there fucking pulling the strings. No, I don't think so. So that's why look what happened to
I'm so shocked
Phil
that no
and Lord Miller.
Yeah. I'm shocked that Bob Iger didn't heads didn't roll after this Rise of Skywalker.
Well, it did roll. Remember when we talked about him seeing the ending before the movie came out?
Well, yeah, no, I know that.
He immediately made them all rewrite.
Why isn't he firing these high up people though involved in Star Wars and getting new people? Put in Bob Favreau. Goodness gracious. I love it. I love The Mandalorian. He's got the right vision for Star Wars. Get that guy in charge of Star Wars like you get
Jon Favreau.
Did I say Bob?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's a long day. Bob Favreau. Why would I say? I've never said that ever on this podcast.
I almost didn't catch it because it sounds like a real name.
Yeah, it
Bob
does.
Favreau. Sounds like a kicker for the.
I brought him up probably 200 times on this podcast. Never said that before. Jon Favreau. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, but we said before he needs to be in charge.
Yeah.
Give that man $1 billion, let him do whatever he needs to do. But
he likes making films too much. Up with Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. Yeah. That's why I said Bob. But anyway, get someone who's passionate about Star Wars, who will listen to the fans, that kind of thing. Yeah. Mandalorian's amazing. I cannot wait for season 2.
Yeah, I just watched the second to last episode of The Mandalorian again. Mm-hmm. The one where they're going in the ship. It's the best episode with all the.
I like that one and the Mandos coming at the end.
Yeah, I like that one too.
I shouldn't spoil any more of that. Whoops. That's not a spoiler though. Everyone knew because they're in the first episode.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's almost no story to that movie or that show. It's very simple. You already know what's going to happen. It's the journey that you're on. He's just protecting that kid. That's the only story, But you can go to so many planets, explore so many new elements, so many new things in the Star Wars universe that's why that show has to be made. Because it'll be able, you can introduce a planet in that show, and then 2 years later, Taika Waititi can direct a film that primarily bases on one of those planets. We got a little glimpse into it. That's why I love shows like The Mandalorian, because bounty hunters go everywhere in the galaxy. They go to the Outer Rim. They go everywhere. So that, you can gauge the spectrum so much wider. I love it. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Which brings me to my next article. Lord of the Rings has announced its characters and cast.
Yes, I cannot wait for this.
It's a lot. It's a lot of people from the Game of Thrones series.
Okay.
Who are in the TV show? Not very many big names, which I don't care.
No, neither do I.
But it reminded me of it because like Lord of the Rings, like Star Wars, you can go anywhere. But in Star Wars, they only always go to the same exact fucking characters.
Yes.
What they're doing for this series, they're going to the Second Age, so it's hundreds of years before the events of any of the Lord of the Rings.
I love it.
So it's something completely new and completely
Yes.
different. Something Star Wars could have done
3 times now?
yeah, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But they refuse. If Disney owned Lord of the Rings, they'd be going right back. You'd have a Legolas. You'd have a Legolas
Standalone
spinoff.
film
Yep,
or
for
something.
sure.
And
The
we're like, hold
Legolas
on, they already defeated-
origin
Yeah.
story. 100%. I'm so glad that Amazon picked this up and was willing to do different things with it. But
And dude, Amazon puts together some good content too. I really enjoy their shows.
oh yeah, this show. I mean, I try to bring it up a lot, but it's been a long time coming. And
This
crazy
has been many
because
years
J.R.R.
in the making.
Tolkien's son, Christopher Tolkien, just died last week.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, the guy who's put together the Silmarillion, all these, he pretty much championed all of his dad's
Yeah,
work.
he
He was
did.
the reason we have so much of it. But yeah, he just died like 95. But yeah, so they announced the cast, so it's actually fucking happening, taking place in the Second Age.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so do I. But it just reminded me of it because Disney, they just don't have the foresight. They're just not. I don't know. They're so scared of taking risks.
Yes. And that's the problem. You have to take risks and you have to just appreciate the fan lore, like involved with it.
Yeah.
And just I know I go back to it, but just get someone who's passionate, who really cares about the direction with which they're going.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
agree.
And then being
Yeah.
like someone who's so far into it that they like Knights of the Old Republic. You can go 300 years in the future.
Yes.
It's space, dude. And a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far
Not
away.
even the future, just go to a different part of the planet. It could be even the same time. Go to a different story, do anything. We're seeing the same
Anything.
characters just over and over again. But some other news I got was some people have seen footage of the new Dune.
And
It's
they
getting
hate it. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm guessing they probably saw 30 seconds of it,
Uh-huh.
but it's getting praised as just a masterpiece already. They're saying it's very similar to Lord of the Rings in style and how big it is and whatnot, and the sets and everything with Lord of the Rings and like New Zealand and whatnot. But yeah, that's what they're comparing it to.
I can't wait.
The bigness of it, yeah. The
We got a
grandness.
great year coming up, Cash. This is at the end of this year, correct?
Yes.
The end of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was December.
Yeah, December.
I think it's coming out when Star Wars usually comes out.
That's right.
It's saying fuck you.
Fuck
This
you.
is the new
Yeah.
Star Wars,
This
bud.
is a new Star Wars, and we're going to make a Dune 2 and probably a Dune 3 because we have so much content to be able to get through.
Oh, there's so many books of Dune. I mean, you could do a lot. You could do a fucking ton, but I'm excited for it.
Same. And it's got a great cast, too. We were looking at that earlier. I think Timothée Chalamet is a part of this film as well.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he got cast
Yeah.
for it, too. Yeah, there's a lot of
Timothée
big
Chalamet, who was just confirmed as the new Bob
Dylan. Yeah, and the biopic.
Yeah.
Which we talked a little bit about that off air, but what are your feelings? Like, I know earlier you were talking about how you typically think it works better.
Yes. When
people are- yeah.
when the actors are singing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're good enough singers, for sure, I think it works. It works a lot better than have them lip singing. But like I said, to sing like Bob Dylan will be difficult. But Timothée Chalamet, man, he hasn't been in a lot of films, but everything he's been in,
Has been
I have
amazing.
confidence in him
Yeah, oh, definitely.
because I don't know, he pulls everything off and he does it with grace. He's fucking great. But he's doing a lot now.
He is.
He's in Dune.
Deservedly so, too. He works with he works with Greta a lot because he did Lady Bird and Little Women.
Yeah.
And the God, I can never say her name. She's fantastic. The lead in Lady
Well, he worked
Bird.
with-
Cyrus.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is.
You can try saying her name
I'm not
50
gonna-
more times and
I'm good. No
you're
more.
not going to get anywhere near it.
What do you know what it is?
No, that's
It's
why
like
I'm not saying it. Yeah, we've tried-
SIAORSE.
her name is
It's so
yeah.
hard to say. It's like Irish.
It's like Celtic. It's like old school
Yeah.
fucking Irish.
Dude, Jackie Chan almost drowned filming stunts for his latest movie. Like, legit almost died.
Yeah, stop letting that man do his own stunts.
Well, good Lord, he's got to be like 65.
You gotta stop letting that man do his own stunts. We get it. He's Jackie Chan. He's
Yeah,
known
he's
for
literally
doing
65,
He's
yeah.
known for doing his own stunts, but at some point, pull the plug.
You have to.
Pull the
There's
plug.
a movie called Vanguard.
That sounds like it's a Chinese production.
Yeah, he almost died. Like, he was rushed to rescue the actor, and who wound up being okay. But he almost drowned trying to come up for air. I guess he got trapped underwater.
Man.
That's scary, dude, especially when you're 65 years old and you're getting trapped underwater.
Especially when you're Jackie
stunts.
Chan. You can't fight the water, Jackie.
Oh, dude. There
can't
are
shoot.
limitations.
You can't chop it. Yeah, you can't chop. That's your greatest enemy. You're not going to beat him. That's crazy. I haven't seen Jackie Chan in anything for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He had a big something that happened with his son in China or whatever that he had to like stop acting for a while. Because his son was like found with like weed or something in China, and in China that's like a death
disowned.
penalty.
Yes,
yeah, brutal. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jackie Chan kicked his son out of his will and everything. That's crazy over there in China.
Wow, man. It's very cultured, and it's like you disrespect the family or anything like that, and there are consequences.
And it's a thing where it's like you look bad, you make the Communist Party look bad. So it's not even about like being worried about your son. It's about being worried about how you're presented to people. Yeah,
in
Jackie
your
flew
country's
his ass immediately over there and was like, because if China cuts you off, I guess you're just as a Chinese person, you're fucked. You can't do anything over there. But yeah, so that was a big. So that's the main reason I haven't seen him in anything. Because the last thing I saw him in was that movie where he plays the dad that's getting revenge for his daughter in Ireland or whatever.
Oh, you know what? That movie was good.
That was pretty good.
That movie was good. I enjoyed that one quite a bit.
And he was old in that, man. That was the whole
Yes,
thing.
he
Was like
was.
he was getting up there. Yeah, that was good. What was that movie called?
That movie was called
It's like
The Foreigner.
The Foreigner.
The Foreigner. Yep, and that was back in 2017. Interestingly enough, Rush Hour 4 is announced and also rumored. And Shanghai Dawn
Yeah, I've heard that.
announced. So I'm wondering if that's going to be with Owen Wilson again. It's
Gotta be. He can't.
Why would they not have?
No, you can't have Shanghai Noon or Shanghai Nights. You can't have him without Owen Wilson, right?
God, those movies were fun though. I enjoyed them.
Oh, I love
kids,
those
yeah.
Shanghai. Yeah, I've seen Shanghai Nights a lot. That's a sequel. That's not that good. That's not as good as the first one, but. Well, Mason, you got any other movie news for me?
Will there be a Quiet Place 3? Would you like to hear what John Krasinski had to say?
Can we see the second one first? Before I can give my answer to if I have a...
All right, then I'll hold that off until we see the film. How about that?
No, I mean, I'm guessing John's like, probably, yeah, I guess.
He's like, well, this is what he said.
The first one's already not, second one's already out yet.
He goes, I set up a couple little tiny Easter eggs in number 2 that's that not only explain more about number 1, but would allow for more mythology. But being a Boston Catholic, I can't be like, yeah, of course, there'll be a third. No, not at all. Continues on. End quote. I haven't heard.
Catholic.
Yeah, I haven't heard from the studio that they want a third one, but the good news is that the studio and I are on the same page, and that this isn't one of those franchises where we keep pumping them out as if just to make money. I think we've proven that this is an original idea that is really beloved by the people in a way that I don't want to break that promise to people. Wow. So it's kind of up in the air. I think he just, unless the story really calls for it, I don't think it sounds like we're getting.
I mean, it's a wild thing to even ask because we don't know. I mean, all these characters. Emily Blunt could die at the end, for all we know. And it's very possible. They're not. So, I mean, it's wild that people ask those questions.
Yeah.
When the movie hasn't even dropped yet.
I know.
And it could fucking suck.
It could.
I mean, I doubt it's going to be, but to ask if there's going to be a sequel to a movie that...
It's
weird. They just dropped the first trailer. Getting a little ahead of the game here.
Surprise, Cash Krause, because there are more sequel talks in the news. Can you guess what it is? It's in theaters right now. Oh, yeah. It's Bad Boys 4.
I thought this was the last one.
No, it's reportedly happening now.
Oh, no. So you're spoiling for me that they don't both die.
They don't die. They don't die.
Who would have guessed?
I would have never guessed. I would have thought this is the way they're turning it. But nope, they're going to do the Toy Story 4 thing.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
For Bad Boys, I mean, Will Smith, fuck. If it works. I mean, this is the first.
Well, did you see what it did opening weekend?
Did it do good?
It crushed.
Oh, good.
I mean, for the type of movie that it is.
Yeah, if it's
almost
good.
70 million.
But of course,
weekend.
January is a horrible month for movies. Yeah. But and what was it going up against? Doolittle?
It was going up against Doolittle and 1917, in all fairness. Because I chose 1917 over Bad Boys. So.
That came out the same week, huh?
No, I think it came out 1 week
That's
before.
what I thought, too, yeah. Because you would not. I don't think you'd put up any movie that you thought had a chance of making money up against 1917.
No. Well, I mean,
that was
technically 1917 came out December 25th, but nationwide in all theaters,
it came out December
10th.
25th in probably 2 screens just so it can make awards. Yeah.
And then Skywalker, Jumanji, and Just Mercy. Little Women, Knives Out, Like a Boss, Frozen. Those are the 10 in theaters right now.
Yeah. Good for Bad Boys. I think it's his best reviewed movie since I don't even know how long.
Since I don't know. Yeah. 2006 film? Pursuit of Happiness, maybe? I don't know.
I think Pursuit of Happiness got
Didn't
like a
even get a good one
70
either.
something.
Well, yeah, but that's a good review because this is at a 73 right now.
Oh, that's what Bad Boys is at?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not. I thought it was a little higher than that, honestly.
I think I looked up. I looked
up
like 90 something, but
everything
it's at 75 right now. 75. So that's really not terrible though. God damn it.
No, that's good for a Bad Boys film. Bad Boys for Life.
Bad Boys for Life.
I didn't want to see it, but I'm probably going to end up now seeing it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it. We should review it, actually, as a matter of fact.
I don't know if I've seen... I don't know. I mean, I know I've seen the first Bad Boys, and I know I've seen parts of the second Bad Boys, but I don't... No memory at all of what those movies...
Oh, I did. I remember the club scene when they're doing drugs and then they throw the dead body out of the van. Yeah. I remember everything about Bad Boys. I loved Bad Boys.
You could be making all this up, and I would...
You would have no idea.
No memory of it.
There's a lot of shooting in that film, too.
Yeah, big surprise. I remember it just came out at a time when, like, buddy cop films
were at their peak.
Well, not their peak, but they were almost done by now. I mean,
I know, but there were so many buddy cop films back then.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it was at the point. It'd be like coming out with a zombie movie right now. It'd be like or a
vampire movie and during Twilight.
Yep,
season.
exactly. Yeah. So it was like people saw it. Like, I mean, there's so many. Like, I don't know, but so I don't know. That's never turned me on for it.
No.
And it was Michael Bay. And then I remember seeing the trailer. It was a minute and a half of explosions.
Mm-hmm. At least.
Yeah. And I remember the cover perfectly. It's them walking away from explosions.
It's like Bad Boys, and they're both out there, and there's literally fire in the background. Yeah, you love it. Michael Bay loves it.
Oh, Michael Bay. Michael Bay is just if you gave a
swear,
frat guy $100 million and told him to go make a movie, he'd be like, okay, I know.
Absolutely.
Clear. I know exactly what's going to be. Mm-hmm. No doubt in my mind.
Explosions are his Viagra.
People love explosions. He gets
he gets rock hard when he sees those fireballs.
He's probably an arsonist.
He definitely is.
I wonder if there's a series of fires or where follows wherever he's
in the vicinity
shooting.
where he lives. Yeah.
People need to be looking into it.
We do.
Because the man
could be a problem.
He loves destroying things.
Well, that's all I got from movie news.
That's all I got either.
All right. Good episode. Well, you guys know the drill. If you guys are watching on YouTube, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all the support and the continued support from people. If you could go on iTunes, leave us a review, a 5-star review on iTunes. Much appreciated there. Comment whatever. Write us something funny on there. Be sure to send us any questions that you guys have at all, like fan questions or anything, to any of our social media pages. We're on Facebook. Have you seen it? Instagram. Have you seen it? Twitter. Seen it podcast. You can find our podcast anywhere you find audio sources. SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple. We're everywhere. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus, and until next time.
Adios.